Hey everyone, my name is Julian. It is Monday, February 28th at 6:02 a.m. and today is day 11 of me documenting my journey, learning how to program, and eventually becoming a mobile developer. Let's get into it. Today I'm taking some lessons from the Ultimate Portfolio app course on the Hacking with Swift website. For those of you who haven't seen this vlog before, this is basically a course where we're designing an app that helps users track their progress learning a skill, like learning how to play guitar, learning how to code. In this app, you can add that skill, which is being referred to as a project, and then you can add individual items to that project that support your learning of that skill. So if you're learning guitar, it might be buy a guitar, sign up for lessons, that kind of stuff. So that's what the app is about. Today, we're getting into some architecture stuff, I think, because what we've been doing so far is basically just like putting all of our code in places where maybe it isn't the most optimal and mixing things up just to get concepts across, and now we're actually going to be organizing things a little bit better. So I'm looking forward to that because that's something I've been wanting to learn more about, and let's see where it takes us. So I just finished up that lesson. It's going to be the only one I'm doing this morning because it was really long. It was an hour long, and it was all about localizing the app and internationalizing the app. I think that's the terminology. Let's check it out. So basically what everything comes down to is this localizable strings file down here. And what this is it's a way for iOS to basically interpret your strings and understand the language that they're in and how it's supposed to exactly portray the word that you wrote in your code as an English word. So you have to explicitly tell it edit item is edit item in English. It sounds kind of weird. It is kind of weird. But that's basically how iOS knows that we're working with the English language and what exactly all of these strings mean, because they don't really mean anything on their own without that kind of context. That's the way that I understand it. I'm pretty sure that's right. I could be messing up some terminology. But anyway, also what we did was we made it so that you could use the app in Hungarian accurately and everything would be translated properly. The way I don't speak Hungarian, Paul, the teacher of the course, his wife speaks Hungarian, and apparently she helped him out with translations of things. So that's what all of this is. So if we run our app over here, which we did, we can see that we have our app in Hungarian, which is pretty cool, and everything makes sense. The reason this is in English, the item 10, is because these are user-entered strings. So you typed this, so the assumption is you want it to look like that. We're not going to translate something that the user typed because they typed it the way they want to type it. So it's just system things that would be like, this is home, this is open, this is closed. All these kinds of things are being translated appropriately because they're designated by us to be translated by us, as opposed to an item name which is designated by the user and should be written as the user intended so that they can do whatever they want with it in whatever language or whatever. And something else that's cool is these strings dict files for English and Hungarian, and what these do, in this case anyway, is basically make it so that our items word is working properly with different preceding words, if that makes sense. So in other words, if we have 5 items, we have 5 items, the word items. If we have 1 item, we have 1 item. So this helps us not have an awkward wording on our app where it says 1 items or 0 items. So when there's no items, we have, or 0 items rather, we have the word empty that gets put in there. When there's 1 item, we have the phrase 1 item. And when there's anything other than 0 items or 1 item, we have the number getting inserted, the number of items getting inserted, and then we have this word, the plural of items. And in the Hungarian version, we have something that's basically the same. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce any of these words and make a fool of myself, but you can see it in action here with that word at the top there, which means empty, I'm assuming. And then you have the one, and then you have the multiple, and this is the same word in both places because apparently in Hungarian, I guess the plural and the singular are the same. I don't know, but that's what Paul said, and his wife is Hungarian, so I have a feeling she probably knows what she's talking about. That's all I got today. I know that was a really short vlog, and I guess the main reason behind that is because that was just a really time-consuming lesson. The lesson itself was an hour long, and then on top of that, I paused and rewound a few times so that I could keep up and type the localizable strings by hand in a lot of cases, and so that's obviously really time-consuming. So it is 7:53. I have to go get ready for work and leave, and so I'm gonna go do that now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.